I had this download, I think it was last night or the night before, about the ability of women to manifest through their womb. And the entire download hasn't come through yet, but I thought maybe if I got on a video and started talking, it would become more clear. It was something about the womb as a portal, but it's not just the energy. It's not just the energetic space of the womb, which is magical. It moves souls. It moves energy between dimensions. It's something about the physical apparatus, something that's actually in the womb space in a uterus. It's like it helps to magnify the energetic presence of the energy of creation, of the portal. I actually had a download years ago about, I think it was the womb of elephants and how they hold vast amounts of wisdom. I don't know why it was specific to elephants. I think it's because elephants are a very strong matriarchal, like, social group of animals. But there was also something specific about kind of like the folds in a brain. How, like, the beauty of a brain is in it seems like imperfections, right? It's not just smooth, right? It's all wrinkled. And that's part of its function. Like, that's the divine design of a brain, right? And it's something similar about the magic of Divine Feminine's womb space. And how it's like you can magnify your manifestation abilities by connecting into this physical part of your body. It's like the physical space that holds. It's the container for the energy. And I think a lot of it is women being disconnected from their physical womb subconsciously through conditioning, through past lives. Because when we're conditioned to hate ourselves as feminines, I mean, what is more feminine than a vagina, the entrance to the womb, right? Or the womb itself. And I'm getting now that we are simply disconnected from the physical part of our body that hosts, that makes it possible for the energy of creation, the energy of that portal, to exist. We are conditioned to hate and to literally disconnect from our physical bodies. Because the powers that be, the patriarchy, knows that when we are fully connected to our physical bodies, to our womb, to our uterus, to our cervix, to our vagina, right? That gives us unlimited access. It gives us true connection to the magic and to the energy of divine feminine creation, and connecting into that part of your physical body. It's a really important part of stepping into your divine mother energy. You know, think about in the last 24 hours, for example, how aware were you? How connected were you to your womb, your uterus, literally, or to your vagina, to your cervix, to your whatever you want to call it or label it, that entire region? How often did you think about it? How often did you pay attention to it? in the last 24 hours. Just think for a minute about it. And then in the last week or the last month, how much time did you spend connecting? Thinking about it, talking about it, looking at it, touching it, feeling it, literally anything. How much time did you spend doing anything or interacting in any way with that part of your body? First of all, I feel like it's likely to be significantly less than the rest of your body. I feel like as a human race, we're not very good at connecting to our physical body at all. But least of all, the part of us that makes us truly feminine and mother, we really don't connect to that. And when we do, isn't it pretty much just negative? Like, I'm on my period right now. I'm bloated. I'm kind of crampy. I'm just bleeding. I'm not super comfortable. And so a lot of my thoughts are about that. It's uncomfortable. It's a mess. That's kind of what my own experience right now in the last 24 hours, right now in this moment has been. What has yours been? How do you usually feel when you're on your period or when you're pregnant? We are conditioned to seek out all of everything is neutral. Everything just exists in harmony and balance until we put a label on it. And we're conditioned to seek out those parts of our body in its beautiful neutrality and assign negative labels to it. And our body is like a living consciousness on its own, and it feels that and it knows that. And so for its part, it also disconnects from us. And this has been going on for generations with women. And I know that as we've been healing our traumas, just in this body, in this lifetime, as we're healing these things, being more aware of them, awakening, stopping like the generational curses and trauma, our bodies have been becoming more and more receptive. Our bodies are opening up to us a little bit more as we continue to do that work. They've softened a little bit towards us, and they're ready for us to tap back in and to connect. And I really appreciate you guys listening and holding space for me as I worked through this, because I couldn't figure out what the connection was between the physical and the energetic. And it is that we are completely disconnected from our physical bodies, from our womb, our uterus, our vagina. We are conditioned to only pay attention when we're going to project out negative energy, to complain and whine. So we're victim energy, right? We feel that we're on our period. We feel the discomfort. And we immediately go to, oh my gosh, that's painful. This is miserable. Oh, the pink, what is the pink tax or whatever? All of feminine, everything costs more money. Feminine products, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it's so expensive to be a woman. Da, 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 da. And I'm not saying that those things aren't necessarily true. It's the energy that we give to them, right? And projecting it outwards. So the feminine wound is choosing to be a victim in the first place. The masculine wound is projecting that energy out. That's the message that we're sending to the universe. When we experience pain and discomfort, our first thought is, ouch, I don't deserve this. Oh my God, this is awful. Rather than, oh wow, my body is asking me to pay attention to it. I'm on my period. What a gift. What a beautiful gift. I'm fertile. I could have babies. My body is cleansing right now. I could set an intention. I could use this to manifest. I could choose to practice sex magic today at some point. It's reminding me that it's there. There's a message here for me. I pay attention. You know, we could ask what my body needs, right? We don't have to immediately go to, oh my God, this is awful, it hurts so much, blah. But we do, because that's what we are conditioned to do. And so for us to be able to really step into using our wombs and that beautiful energy of creation to manifest, we have to first connect in to the physical. What are some of your obstacles to connecting to your feminine anatomy, your womb, your vagina, in a beautiful and divine way? Conditioning from childhood, your friends, society. What is it that holds you back? What's the specific flavor and variation for you that makes it hard for you to connect? I think mine is, I don't have a lot of sexual trauma. I also, side note, think that there's value in hearing someone else processing through these things. I don't want to make all of this all about me all the time, but I think it's important and valuable to have an example and to see someone else do it. I can usually, even if I fumble around a little bit at first, one of my gifts is being able to explain things in a way that makes sense. So I'm just going to explain to you guys what my own obstacles might be, and then maybe you can see some value in that for yourself. I think some of my obstacles are just a general victim wound. And so when things feel difficult, I just want to immediately embrace that. It's so hard. And feeling like my divine feminine gifts, the ability to create life within your body, is a fucking gift. But viewing that, the wounding, right? The feminine, the victim energy, viewing it as just an energetic drain. Like, oh my God, I'm bleeding everywhere. Every time I stand up, I'm like, oh my God, am I bleeding? Can people see it? Like, oh, I can't skip the shower tonight. I gotta clean up. Oh my God, it's such a waste of my energy. I don't consciously think like it's such a waste of my energy. I can't believe that this part of my body is draining my energy in this way. But that's the message. Just whining about it constantly in my head. What is it for you? And more importantly, how can you address that? Honestly, I really like simple approaches. I'm not like, get a journal and meditate on it. Every time you have a negative thought, write it down and find the root. Blah, blah, blah. I really think all I need to do, and you'll have to let me know if this resonates for you, all I have to do is just intentionally spend time connecting in a loving and grateful way to my body. And I've been doing it more and more. Like, I'm all bloated and stuff, but that's okay. It's an excuse. It's a reminder to slow down. I'm not a man. I don't have a 24-hour cycle. I'm not full of testosterone, right? I'm full of estrogen and progesterone. And it does this to me, which is telling me to slow down. Don't do a bunch of physical stuff. Rest. What a beautiful experience that I have a built-in reminder of the need to rest. And I can still have more babies. I want more babies. I can still have more. Just taking a minute. And then, in 4 hours from now, and this conversation is completely gone from my mind, and I find myself aching or whatever, walking across the parking lot or picking up my 11-month-old, doing it again, catching myself, being like, oh, that hurts. Gosh, stupid period. And reframing it. I hear you, body. That was a lot. I think I strained something. I'm asking too much of you right now. I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen better. What messages do you have for me right now? And then just listen. What's the first thing that comes to mind? And allowing that. If it's more rest, figure it out. Resting is like an energy and a state of mind more so than a physical activity. It's largely physical too, but yesterday I kept thinking all day, even though Monday is a busy day for me, I kept thinking, tomorrow's a day for rest. And I was like, I don't really know what that means. I felt it. It's like, I don't really know what that means. I guess I'm just being called to, in my mind, be telling myself all day, this is so restful. I'm just going to rest today. Even though I have like errands and things to do and driving and etc. It's just a day for rest. And that's a way that I was just kind of subconsciously honoring my body, my womb space. It's at the core. It's like right here. Everything is just moving through and is coordinated up through your core, really. Anyway, y'all have to let me know if this resonates for you. And again, thanks for holding space while I worked through that manifestation piece. So in order for us to truly be manifesting at this incredible high level that we are all capable of, to get to the energy of the manifestation, you have to first connect into the physical space, the container which holds the energy. If we are disconnected from the physical space, the physical container that holds the energy, we can't get to the energy because we are blocking ourselves by disconnecting ourselves from the container that it is held in. Does that make sense? So connect to your feminine, connect to your womb, your uterus, your cervix, your vagina, all of it, however that resonates for you. Solo sex magic with a partner, manifesting through orgasm, sitting and resting, connecting to your kids, because where were your kids located at? Unless you've, adopted, but where were your kids located at one point in time? Connecting to them with the intention to connect to the divine part of yourself that allowed their creation in the first place, connects you to your uterus, to your womb space, to your ability to manifest. You already manifested your babies, even if you didn't do it consciously. They are the physical manifestation of the energetic magic of your womb. Connect to your kids. Connect to your future kids. I would love to hear your thoughts on this.